If you could stick around, General McCaffrey, we're going to go to some breaking news now that I want to get your reaction to. So if you'll stay right there, I want to bring in Ryan Grimm, who's the Washington bureau chief for The Intercept, reporting tonight on another senior White House official who may be under the sway of a foreign leader. And this is a remarkable story that's been playing out sort of in the background, sort of in parallel to the Russia story, crossing it at times. The Saudi crown prince boasting that the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is, quote, in his pocket. Ryan, what does your reporting say about the relationship between Jared Kushner and the current crown prince in Saudi Arabia?
Right, it depends on where you want to start this story, but you could pinpoint it in late October when Jared Kushner took an unannounced trip to Riyadh and sat down with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and the two princes stayed up late at night, a couple nights in a row, talking what David Ignatius later described, talking strategy, talking politics. Over the weeks before that, we've since learned Jared Kushner had access to highly sensitive intelligence that detailed the names of some political dissidents within the Saudi family who were skeptical of the rise of the Crown Prince. I think we can put it that way. We don't know exactly what happened in the room between Jared Kushner and Mohammed bin Salman, but we do know that after bin Salman came out, he started boasting to people that Kushner was in his pocket and Kushner had given him the names of people that were disloyal to him.
Wait a second. You're reporting, based on sources that heard this from Mohammed bin Salman, that he has been boasting that the president's son-in-law gave him U.S. intelligence about who his own internal enemies are?
Mohammed bin Salman might be making it up.
Right.
We don't know.
But what you're reporting is that he has been telling people that.
That's right. And we also have independent reporting that shows that Kushner would have had access to the precise type of intelligence that bin Salman is saying that he gave to him. A week later was that infamous Ritz crackdown where he rounded up all the royals and the elites and put them into the Ritz-Carlton. Some of them were tortured. One of them was tortured to death. It was a big shakedown that was billed as an anti-corruption investigation, which also happened to have the benefit of consolidating power for the Crown Prince. And the people that were named in that intelligence report were part of that roundup.
Jared Kushner, according to your reporting, his office, his lawyer denied it. But I thought it was interesting that NSC and the White House directed you to Kushner's personal lawyer for comment?
Right, and it's an interesting denial. It's one of those no comments from a lawyer where it says this is so absurd it doesn't even deserve comment. But yes, that's the response, is to refer questions to Kushner's lawyer, and Kushner's lawyer said this is absurd.
All right. Well, The Intercept's Ryan Grimm breaking that story tonight. That is fantastic reporting, eye-opening. Let's bring back retired General MSNBC military analyst McCaffrey. This has been, we know it's been a frustration of Rex Tillerson when he was at State, the freelancing of Jared Kushner on the world stage, and the possibility, even if Mohammed bin Salman is lying, that he can essentially tell people that he has the president in his pocket or the president's son-in-law in his pocket because of this freelance. What's your reaction?
Well, look, putting Jared Kushner, a 30-something person with no foreign policy or defense policy experience, as a leading representative of the United States is simply outrageous. The officers of our government under the Constitution have to get confirmed by the Senate, whether they're ambassadors or generals or senior officials of the government. So reading out the State Department and having one-on-one contact between Jared Kushner by phone and in person is a huge threat to a rational policymaking process. H.R. McMaster allegedly has been commenting on it. The Secretary of State was outraged. It just has no precedent, in my view, in American government in modern times.
To that point, there's more reporting tonight from the Daily Mail, and we don't have this. NBC News cannot confirm this. The Daily Mail reporting that the Saudi Crown Prince boasts he got Tillerson fired after telling Jared Secretary of State had to go. And the Crown Prince in the UAE, also close to Kushner, is making the same claim. So again, you have, it appears, people sort of spinning their relationship with Jared Kushner in a way that would appear to undermine the sort of unanimity of American foreign policy.
Well, look, the other thing is on foreign policy contacts, if you're in Saudi Arabia you never see a senior official without the U.S. ambassador present. You always want a note taker there. Again, this kind of secretive one-on-one, the son-in-law, that sounds like some third world country. We just saw this thing, to be blunt, with Ivanka Trump in Mexico, where she went to see Peña Nieto minus the U.S. ambassador, who's been doing this for 20-some-odd years in Latin America. This is the personalization of a family business dealing with U.S. policy.
I want to return finally that tweet and your question about the suspicions that you might have about the president. I mean, articulate them to me. John Brennan sort of hinted at them. I mean, do you think the Russians have something on the president? Is that what you think?
Well, it's unknowable at this point. But the only thing I would say, if I was the president's lawyer, I would tell him, look, if you think they have video on you, audio, financial dealings that are outrageous, he'd better get it out now, because Putin will stick it to him prior to the next election or after he leaves office. So I don't know, but his behavior, his policy decisions are not explicable in terms of sensible U.S. foreign policy. He's supposed to defend our